see certain books basically get put in the schools, like in Florida where the Satanists them say, oh, like how the Bible can go in the schools, then that means that our books can go in the schools and all of that. So it's all about corruption and pollution, yo, confusion, hence the word Babylon. Says secularism is often associated with the Age of Enlightenment in Europe and plays a major role in Western society. So we'll just take a brief look on Age of Enlightenment. It says the Age of Enlightenment, or simply the Enlightenment or Age of Reason, is an era from the 1620s to the 1780s in which cultural and intellectual forces in Western Europe emphasize reason, analysis, and individualism rather than traditional lines of authority, right? So even this whole individualism, yo, self-worship, do what thou wilt. Once you feel like, say, yo, you want to do it, you just do it. That's why scripture tell about the pride of life, right? And the scripture also tell us, say, yo, that's a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High, right? Tell us, say, you love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, right? Because if you love the world and the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai don't dwell in you. That's why the scripture say them things here. It say, yo, due in part to the belief in separation of church and state, secularists tend to prefer that politicians make decisions for secular rather than religious reasons. So they basically them rather follow man than God. The scripture say, yo, cursed be that trusted in man, yo. So it all show you, say, yo, them people are basically doing up a curse upon themselves. It says, in this respect, policy decisions pertaining to topics like abortion, contraception, embryonic stem cell research, same-sex marriage, and education and sex education are prominently focused upon American secularist organizations such as the Center for Inquiry, right? So that's why, you know, as we say, you need them sign them 501c3. So you now hear them talk about homosexuals. You know, see them speak up about abortion. You know, see them basically tackle the wickedness of the society, because guess what? They are of the society. They are worldly or they are carnal. It says most major religions accept the primacy of rules of secular democratic society. Secular democratic society, but may still seek to influence political decisions or achieve specific privileges or influence through church-state agreements such as concordant. So basically an example of a concordant is a 501c3, yo, where basically achieve specific privileges as a church, yo, by going in agreement with the state. For example, that tax exemption, yo. You don't pay tax because you're going agreement with basically the state, right? Basically go down to secular society. It says secular society in studies of religion, modern democracy are generally recognized as secular. This is due to near complete freedom of religion and lack of authority of religious leaders over political decisions. Nevertheless, religious beliefs are widely considered a relevant part of political discourse in many of these countries, right? And you jump down to a part that says the aspirations of secular society could characterize a secular society as one which, right, refuse to commit itself as a whole to any one view of the nature of the universe and the role of man in it, right? That's why you're not going to say, yo, the scripture say, you strive for the truth unto death. You're not going to see them hold firm to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai 100%, yo. Speaking about the jakes and in them churches here and them and in this way of thinking. Because them not commit themselves to no one view or not, yo, them basically them unstable, right? Them lukewarm. Said it is not homogeneous, but it's pluralistic. It is 3 is tolerant in wideness. So look, it's tolerant. It widens the sphere of private decision making. While every society must have some common aims, which implies there must be an agreed on method of problem solving and common work frame of law, in a secular society these are as limited as possible. Right? So basically, you now have no whole heap of people are going to you have everybody are going their own way, yo. Straight confusion. It is a society without any official images, nor is there a common ideal type of behavior with universal application. So some things apply to them, some things apply to them. Yeah, you have different, as I say, all type of madness and confusion. When I really look upon it, all confusion and madness, yo. That's what a secular society is, and that's why the society we in now so fucked up, yo. Because there's no barrier no dead, yo, no border, no restraint. Everything just let loose, yo. Everybody just please themselves. Pride, selfishness, yo, and chaos. It says positive ideals behind the secular society. I don't know how they have a positive, but I read them anyway. It says deep respect for individuals and small groups of which they are a part of, equality of all people. Each person should be helped to realize their particular excellence, breaking down the barriers of class and chastity. Right? So it's all just bullshit, yo. Total bullshit. So we're gonna read the final part, which I basically seal it off and say, yo, secularism is a code of duty pertaining to this life. Right? So everything based on the life we are live now. Right? And the scripture and the wisdom of Solomon basically tell you about them people that will live for the present life. Right? It says founded on considerations purely human. Right? And intended mainly for those who find theology indefinite or inadequate, unreliable or unbelievable. Its essential principles are 3. 1. The improvement of this life by material means. Right? So the scripture say, where profit a man for gain the whole world and lose him whole soul, yo. So basically, that's why you have people corner. That's why you have Nate them talk about say, yo, them open a school, them look upon them garments of wife where make progress, and all them look upon material means, yo. And that's how a nigga would think, that's how a carnal person thinks, say, yo, the more things you have physically, the better off you be, yo. When they say, the scripture tells us, yo, the flesh profited nothing, yo, but the words that I speak unto you are spirit and their life. It's all about the spirit, not the flesh. That's why them people are dead, yo, because them all about the flesh. 2, that science is the available providence of man. Right? So basically them feel like say, yo, science have all the answers, yo. When majority are where them having a science are just theories and whole heap of bullshit where we still a stem back from the same revolution thing, yo, evolution. Right? 3, that it is good to do good. That's why ISUPK say, yo, right now they're no business for man thief, police not for shoot him down and all them shit there, yo. That's why they have this treat everybody as one. Right? Always the good and good come back to you, yo. All them things there, yo, them just carnal, yo. No judgment, no nothing. Right? Whether there be other good or not, the good of the present life is good, and it is good to see that good. Right? So it basically it just plain on straight, yo. Carnal from left to right. All about material gain and self-praise, pride and all of that. And that are the thing them basically behave like them want to remove the most out of their own creation, yo. That's what they want to do. But the last time that happened, the flood did come. Right? The last time that happened, the flood come. This time it will be the fire, yo. And that is why the Most High going to destroy this whole entire planet, because nobody nah think about the Most High none at all, yo. In a Genesis it tell us him now always strive with man. That's what him say before him destroy the place, yo, and I see him thing happen today, yo. Man behave like the man strive with the how about Shem Yahushua, yo. It says Holyoke held that secularism and secular ethics should take no interest at all in religious questions, as they were irrelevant, and thus to be distinguished from the strong free thought and atheism, right? So basically, if you have to talk or reason with one of them people, them don't want to use the scriptures as reference, yo. Them don't. That's why I even need them called with faith base, right? And the same thing with the Egyptologists, them talk about say, yo, you believe something where you can't see, yo. Them basically, them don't want to bring that in the argument. If you use the Bible or faith as reference, them don't want that, yo. Them talk about free thoughts, they want to know what your thoughts. But the scripture say we not lean up we not lean up on our own understanding, yo. We lean up on how about Shem Yahushua and how you do that. By leaning up on the scriptures in 100% truth, yo. Turn to the Lord with all thy heart, yo. So that's an evil and wicked society. Right? And when you go down to the end of the page now, it says, yo, see also, and it basically shows you some things were linked with this whole secularism, yo. You have agnosticism, atheism, civil religion, concordant, free thought, humanism, agnosticism, multiculturalism, naturalism, right? Pluralism, political religion, rationalism, right? Secular humanism, all them things are secular state, all of them things are secular thought. Everything out of that, majority of this have nothing to do with the Most High, yo. Because you have one where say yeah, basically none of them have nothing to do with the Most High. Right? That basically it, yo. So as we say, yo, we live in a secular society, and this proves, yo, this is the end, yo. This is all this the whole image of the beast, yo. So basically make you worship the image, and basically turn from basically say there is no God, yo. So with that, we'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers and highways and byways pushing this word in our sincerity and truth. Hope you are edified. Shalom.